So I would like to talk a little bit about some more basic rethinking of organic integrity, and I would like to guide you not so much through techniques or technical things, but fraud as a global challenge. It's estimated at $90 billion per year. This is not organic, that's all food system. It's milk, it's meat, it's honey, spirits, juices, organic and others. And when you think, hey, milk, why is milk there? Why meat? Yeah, horse meat scandal, milk, milk powder, honey, sugar, and other artificial components, spirits. It's just falsification of whiskey. It's tremendous. And I just brought you a recent publication in one of the leading German newspapers, who had an article about exactly this issue, saying a real long story about the market and the mafia. It's much easier to earn money with food fraud than earning with drugs, because the probability that you will be caught is extremely low, because we don't have enforcement organizations. Some countries have, like Ireland is quite leading, Italy is very good, they have a special police for that, but others, they are just like, what? Food fraud? Never heard about. We're concerned about food safety, we are concerned about bugs, we are concerned about, but here, this is big business. And when you open this page, it's stories, and it of course mentions organic as well. This is what happens around the world. And I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we are so naive. We are babies. We have no idea what's going on in the world. So if we don't enforce, we have a problem. So what is the problem? Food vulnerability is everywhere. Substitution, dilution, mislabeling, concealment. And it's always selling a less valuable product for a higher price. Conventional to organic. The shipment from Ukraine, Romania through Turkey to the US had what? How much? 4.5 million in profits. That's easy fraud. And we have to break this if we don't do this. So what do we need? We need a motivated offender. That was the company in Turkey. We have an absence of capable guardians, that might be certifiers or authorities, because the certifier certified and issued a valid certificate based on completely falsified data, and they did not find it. And only by chance, let's say by knitting some information together in the US, they found there's a fraudulent shipment. But how many other fraudulent shipments have reached Germany or the Netherlands or the US or any other place in the world? And we need an accessible target, of course, that might be red label whiskey or something else. You go to a bar, think about how much money you spend on one glass. This is where you can really make money. So the organic fraud through Turkey I already touched. So when we go back, when our regulations have been developed, that was mid of the 80s, end of the 80s, beginning of the 90s. We worked with machines like this. We had phones like the CNET. I had this in my car. I don't tell you the price. I was a farm consultant at that time, but it was extremely, you came with it. It's just like so few years that everything changes. In 1990, the Organic Foods Production Act in the US, 1991, EU organic regulation, that falls in this time. And that falls into this thinking and into digitalization. Digitalization? What? At that time, no word anybody used. So we have come a long way, we have changed. Today it's Industry 4.0, it's digital, it's artificial intelligence, it's server parks, it's flexible phones and all of that. At that time, the global market was not measurable. It was local and direct. And all our mechanisms to control were not developed because we had no idea how this market would develop. So this was how Biodo, one of the German brand companies, looked like in their distribution system. This is how marketing looked like on farm level. That was at that time. Today, $100 billion global market. Discounters are getting into organic. And Amazon, you know all that, bought Whole Foods and is going big in the business. Times are changing. And we have to adapt to these changing times. And how was external control and certification looking like at that time? Before the regulations clicked in, we had peers visiting farms in conversion and after. Farm consultants like I checked fields. We were out there because we were visiting at least the farmers once per year. That was the control system. And there might have been maybe 10% external checks with those certifiers or farmer organizations at that time who thought they are very advanced in, wow, we do more, we do 10% external. What do we do now? 120% plus risk assessment and everything on top of that. So today, we talk about on-site. We take our mobile phone or our computers out there. We deal with satellite information, Internet of Things, sensor technology, and all of that. You can supervise a field and see what crop is grown. You can see the phenological status of the crop. And you see when the pesticide or herbicide is applied that there is a stagnation in growth before it grows again. You can see all that. So there are means and other ways. I always tend to say, if we want to grow organic to 20%, bureaucracy will kill us if we don't change. We will have one farmer and 4 bureaucrats along the line. Any consumer ready to pay for that? No way. So we have to reconsider our system and bring it from 30 years ago into the world that is of today. And that means change. And unfortunately, the EU regulation guys, or even in the US, while they are, I would say, leading today in revising their system, we heard about from Jenny and from Laura, it is still a system that is turning the screws on the existing structure rather than rethinking it. How many people were opposed to say, oh, maybe we have only one inspection per 3 years. Oh, no, the consumer will completely lose trust. I'm saying, great, let's use geographic information systems, satellite, sensor technology, and bring it down to 1 inspection per 3 years. There are other means, other tools that it's possible. Unfortunately, now we have a revised EU regulation. When will be the next revision? 10 years? Okay. I'm frustrated. So this is how you do GPS tracking. This was what you did before with the farm maps. See collection areas on wild collection. See augmented reality, where you have the field in the system, and when you put up your notebook or your tablet, thank you, then you have all those lines into the system. You make an aerial photograph, and with the aerial photograph, you send this photograph to the inspector, to the certification agency. So the farmer himself or herself is the inspector. You know, there are other means or drone systems that could be applied. So reliance on certificates continued until today, although fraudulent or Photoshop. Of course, not every certificate, but there are certificates. And I took the US here because they are listed on the database, so you can find these fraudulent certificates. Today, we have the chance of real-time certification and quantity data, mass balance, encryption, all of what we heard before. And this is what we do. It was mentioned before, the Check Organic or the Check X system for any commodity-based integrity management solution that combines real-time certification status with real-time product integrity status along the supply chain. Saves money, saves administration, speeds up the system, and is reliable because it is real time. And it goes to the field level. It goes to the acreage, establishes the yield, and then you can transact from the available amount of product and then say, is that really available at the time when I purchase the product? It could be done for at least commodities. It has already been implemented in Italy. So what I would like to show you now is a movie that our technicians sent us.
You don't know us, but we're just like you. We produce organic products, high quality, with a clear conscience. Okay, maybe not exactly like you, because not all our ingredients are organic. But we do, of course, sell our products as organic anyway, because no one can really check where products come from or go to, and how much of them there is. So, this is now organic too. We fake our documents so well that nobody notices, and we get a genuine organic certificate for them. What's this now? Someone's uploading data to the cloud. Acreage data, quantity data, certification data. All this critical data that no one was able to verify until now. Quantities are adjusted and plausibilities checked. Everything's updated in real time. What a nightmare. You can't even cheat anymore these days.
So technology is ready. It's high time to go digital. Technology is available. Bureaucracy and costs will be reduced. Fraud will be significantly reduced. The credibility of the organic brand as basis for future business is highly supported. Consumer trust in the organic brand. That's what we all live from. And we have to do something. So what are we waiting for to change? Thank you very much.